Welcome to the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, your trusted source for expert guidance on aging safely and independently. Whether you're a caregiver, a family member, or a senior looking to stay secure at home and beyond, we've got you covered. From fall prevention and home modifications to financial safety and scam awareness, we provide practical tips to help you or your loved ones live with confidence. Tune in and empower yourself with the knowledge you need to navigate the challenges of aging. Let's make safety simple.
Choosing the right senior living facility for older adults involves careful consideration of a variety of factors to ensure the person's specific needs are met. Today we're discussing some essential steps and considerations to guide you in the decision-making process. First of all, you need to know and understand the various types of senior living options available to you. The most common options are independent living, which is suitable for seniors who are largely self-sufficient and who are looking for a community environment and who require minimal assistance. Assisted living options are ideal for those who need help with daily activities such as bathing, dressing, and medication management. Memory care facilities are specifically designed for people who have Alzheimer's, dementia, or other cognitive impairments. They provide specialized care and a secure environment. Nursing homes offer 24-hour medical care for seniors who have significant health issues or disabilities. And in-home care allows seniors to stay in their home while receiving care from visiting health professionals. So when you're choosing a senior living facility, some key factors to consider are first, the facility's location and accessibility. By this I mean, what is the facility's proximity to family and friends? If it's near to them, it may help to ensure regular visits and support from them. Is the neighborhood in the facility's area safe? Obviously, this is important for the well-being of the residents who live there. Is there access to medical facilities in the area? Because having a close proximity to hospitals and doctors is essential for seniors who typically have more health issues. The next thing to consider is what are the services and amenities being offered. Look at things like healthcare services such as the availability of medical staff, medication management, and emergency care. What about daily living assistance? Does the facility provide help to its residents with activities of daily living, also known as ADLs? These are things like help with eating or bathing or mobility. Will there be social and recreational activities included? Because having these activities on site promotes social interaction, it reduces isolation, and aids in mental stimulation. How about dining services? How many meals are provided, daily or weekly or monthly? Will the facility provide for special diet requirements, such as a gluten-free diet or a diabetic diet? Is there a variety of meals provided, or is Taco Tuesday going to be like your life for the rest of the year? The next thing to check into is the cost and financial considerations of the facility. You need to understand what is included in the monthly cost and which additional services might have extra charges attached to them. You also want to check to see if the facility accepts insurance, Medicare, or Medicaid. And you want to ensure that the facility itself is financially stable, because you don't want to move in and then all of a sudden find that it's unexpectedly closing. So number 4 on the list of factors to consider is the staff and care quality in the facility. What are the staff's qualifications? What type of training and certifications does the care staff need to work there? What is the staff to resident ratio? A lower ratio often indicates more personalized care because, if you have 10 residents to 1 staff member, they're going to get less care than if you had 4 residents to 1 staff member. You also want to get resident feedback by speaking with current residents and their families to gauge the satisfaction with care and the amenities and services that are provided. Another item to address is the facility's culture and environment. So what is the overall feel of the community, including resident interactions and staff demeanor? Do you feel like the residents seem friendly and happy? Does the staff that you meet on a tour project a feeling of cheerfulness and helpfulness, or are they unhappy or frazzled? These things could mean that there's not enough staff members per resident, which goes back to that staff to resident ratio I talked about a minute ago. Another thing to ask about is, what are the policies about having pets on the premises? Obviously, this is important to know for a senior who currently has a pet and wants to bring the pet with them when they move in. How about inclusivity and diversity? Are there programs and policies in place that promote an inclusive environment? Lastly, you want to consider your future needs and the flexibility of the facility. By this I mean, do they offer a continuum of care? Facilities that have multiple levels of care can accommodate the changing needs of seniors without requiring a move to a different facility. So in other words, if you're going into an assisted living facility, but you may want or need memory care down the road, will they also have memory care provided on site? Do you have to move to another building, or do you have to entirely move out of that facility and into a memory care facility? Questions to ask. If you're going to have to move to a different level of care, what are the transition policies? By this, I mean you need to understand, how does the facility handle transitions to higher level of care if it's needed? So now on to my next subtopic, which is touring and evaluating the facilities. So you should tour each facility that you are truly interested in at least once, but it's better if you tour it several times before making a decision. Taking a tour will allow you to see firsthand the cleanliness and the maintenance of the facility. And first impressions count, so trust your gut on this one. When you're on tour, you can observe whether the environment is well kept, whether it's free of clutter, if there are any unpleasant odors which could indicate neglect in a certain area. Additionally, if you're on tour, you can look into safety features like, do they have handrails? Are there emergency call systems? How about secure entrances? I mean, you don't want somebody just wandering in off the street. You really want the facility to be secure for its residents. In-person tours also provide the opportunity to ask detailed questions about the level of care, the services that are available, the costs, and any other concerns you might have. Plus, experiencing the atmosphere of the facility in person helps you to gauge whether it feels welcoming and comfortable. As I mentioned before, on a tour you can observe interactions between residents and staff to help you understand the community's culture. Again, you want to know, are the residents happy? Are they engaged in activities? How do the staff members interact with the residents? Are the staff friendly, attentive, respectful? This is crucial because a positive and engaging environment can significantly impact the quality of life for the better. One tip I have for you is, if possible, schedule your visit during a meal so you can sample the food and observe the dining experience. This can help you assess the quality of the meals, the variety of the meal options, and the social aspect that comes with dining. Lastly, touring a facility can help to clarify any doubts and ensure that you have a comprehensive understanding of what the facility offers, because it allows you to experience the ambiance and the overall feel of the place. This can help you determine if it feels like a place that you or your loved one would be comfortable and happy living in. Again, as I said at the beginning, trusting your gut, your instincts during a visit is crucial because it can reveal much more than just a shiny brochure or a pretty website can. One other tip I have for you is, before you tour, make sure to prepare a list of questions that you can ask during your visit. You want to be as thorough as possible when checking out a potential residence for you or your loved one, so don't be afraid to ask lots and lots of questions and lots of follow-up questions because, again, this is a big decision. So here are some questions to ask, some samples. What is the staff to resident ratio? Are staff members on site 24/7? Do staff members undergo background checks? What kind of training do staff members receive, particularly regarding elder abuse and neglect? Is there a policy in place for reporting suspected abuse? What are the costs of the facility to live there, and what is included in that price? Is it including just the residence, just the room that you're living in, or is it including meals, and is it including activities and transportation, things like that? Are there additional costs for certain amenities or services? Do the prices increase annually, or are you locked in for a certain term? Does the facility offer financial assistance or accept long-term care insurance? What floor plans are available, if any? Can a resident personalize their living space? Do the residences come furnished or unfurnished? Does the facility provide internet access or Wi-Fi? What is the pet policy? Are housekeeping or laundry services included in the price of the facility? How many meals are provided every day? Are snacks available? Can meals be tailored to specific dietary needs or special requests? Are residents allowed to take food back to their rooms? Does the facility provide transportation for off-site activities like grocery shopping or transportation to doctor appointments? What is the policy on family visits and overnight stays? Are there opportunities for the families of the resident to participate in social activities or to volunteer? How does the facility handle medical emergencies? How does the facility handle complaints and feedback from residents and families? And is there an emergency response plan in place, and how are emergencies handled? I know, that's an extensive list of questions, and there are plenty more that I have not covered. But again, this is a really big decision, so it's important to gather as many facts as possible before making it. So in conclusion, as you can see, choosing the right senior living facility is vital for older adults to ensure they get the care and support they need. To make the best choice, it's important to understand the different types of senior living options available between independent living, assisted living, memory care, and nursing homes. Visiting the facilities in person allows you to see the cleanliness, safetiness, and overall atmosphere, and allows you to ask many questions about the staff, the activities, the healthcare services, and the costs. By doing thorough research and considering your personal needs and preferences or that of your senior loved one, an older adult can find a facility that feels like home to them and provides the right level of care and support. So that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.
That's it for today's episode of the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, helping you and your loved ones stay safe, independent, and informed. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to subscribe and share it with others who could benefit. For more expert tips and resources, visit seniorsafetyadvice.com. And remember, staying safe starts with staying informed. Until next time, take care and stay safe.